everyone, hope all of you are doing well. In our previous videos, we discussed cognitive and affective domains of Bloom's taxonomy. Now, according to Bloom's taxonomy, the third domain of learning is psychomotor domain, about which we will discuss in this video. I would suggest that if you have not watched the previous videos on Bloom's taxonomy, then please do watch them to get a better understanding of this topic. The link to those videos is given in the description below. Psychomotor domain was earlier known as cognitive domain. Psychomotor, as the name suggests, is a combination of two words, psycho and motor. Psycho means connected with mind and motor depicts motor skills, which means the movements and actions of the muscles. So, psychomotor learning is the relationship between cognitive functions, that is, functions related to our mind, and physical movements. For example, driving a car, throwing a ball, and playing a musical instrument. So, it basically involves arms, hands, fingers, and feet. So, it is related to the doing aspect of learning. Basically, it helps in the learning taking place in cognitive domain, because when we learn by doing something, then we understand it more. Means it is more effective and it is retained for a longer time. For instance, a teacher is teaching respiratory system to the students. He will ask the students to draw the respiratory system in their notebooks, or to make a model of respiratory system. So by doing this, the students will be able to understand respiratory system in a better way. Here, the teacher is not trying to improve the drawing skills of the students. Rather, he or she wants the students to learn the concept in a better way. By making a model, the students will be able to learn the whole respiratory system in a better way. So this domain includes physical movements, coordination, and use of motor skill areas. Psychomotor domain has been revised over the years by Dave in 1970, Simpson in 1972, and also by Harrow in 1972. Dave's taxonomy is the one which is probably the most commonly used. It's very generic. So we'll discuss only this one in this video. Dave developed this taxonomy in 1970, which has 5 levels, which are imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation, and naturalization. Like the levels of cognitive and affective domains, the levels of psychomotor domain are also arranged in hierarchy, which means they are arranged in order from simpler skills to those that are more complex, and each level builds upon the lower level. So each high level includes whatever is there in the lower level, and the higher level is the developed or enhanced version of the lower level. So let's see them one by one. The first level of learning is imitation. This is the lowest level of learning in psychomotor domain. First, a child or a person learns some skill by observing and copying someone else. After seeing others doing something, he also tries to do it. Here, we'll take 2 examples to understand the concept. The first one is related to learning the skill of playing badminton, and the second one is related to writing ABCD. Suppose the instructor is teaching a child how to play badminton. So, first of all, he'll play it himself and ask the child to observe him. Then, he'll also hold the shuttlecock in one hand and the racket in the other hand, and he'll show the child how to hit the shuttlecock with the racket and how to play badminton. Now, the child will also imitate him, and he'll try to do it in the same way as his instructor is doing. So when he does so, he is at imitation level of learning in psychomotor domain. Now let's take the example of learning how to write alphabets. So when a teacher teaches how to write alphabets, then First of all, he will write it himself and ask the child to copy him. Suppose he is teaching a child to write A. Then, first of all, he himself will make A. He will make a slanting line and ask the child to copy him and make the slanting line in the same way. Then he'll make another line and then he will teach the child to draw horizontal lines. The child will copy the teacher and learn to make horizontal lines. Then he will show the child how to write an A and the child will copy him and try to write A. So at this level, the child learns by imitating his or her teachers or elders. So the child is at imitation level. Then the second level is manipulation. At this level, instead of copying others, the person is able to perform something according to the instructions given to him or by memory. For example, instead of showing how to play, now the instructor will just give the instructions to the child and the child will follow the instructions and play badminton. And if we talk about writing alphabets, at this level the teachers or elders instruct the children that to write an A, first you draw two slanting lines and then join them from the middle with a horizontal line. The children listen to the instructions and try to write A. Or they can also write A by remembering the instructions given to them previously by their elders or teachers, etc. The third level is precision. At this level, accuracy and precision exist in the skill performance, and the learners are able to perform them independently. They develop autonomy. For example, in case of learning to play badminton, the child will be able to play it without the help of the instructor. The instructor or coach will be silent over here and the child will play it himself. In case of learning to write alphabets, at the level of precision, the child will be able to write A with accuracy without the help of the teacher or elders. Fourth level is articulation. At this level, the person is able to combine, sequence and perform consistently two or more skills. He is able to add creativity to that particular skill. For instance, now he will not play a simple game. Rather, he will be able to throw shots and make his own style of service and playing badminton. In case of learning to write alphabets, at the level of precision, the child had learnt to write A. Now, at this level, he or she will try to write A in different styles. Fifth level is naturalization. At this level, the person is able to combine, sequence and perform consistently two or more skills without any problem. That is, with ease. He becomes an expert in that particular skill. Now he does not have to undergo any mental or physical exertion to perform the skill, and he is able to do it naturally or automatically. For example, now while playing badminton, the child won't have to think about playing shots. He will do it automatically. Or in case of writing alphabets, even if he writes very fast, he will be able to write letters beautifully without putting in any effort. So, here we saw that the first level of learning in psychomotor domain is imitation. At this level, people learn some skills by imitating or copying others. The second level is manipulation. At this level, they learn a particular skill by the instructions given to them or by memory. The third level is precision. At this level, they learn that skill completely and are able to perform it independently. The fourth level is articulation. At this level, they are able to add some creativity in that particular skill learned by them. And the fifth or the highest level is naturalization. At this level, they become an expert in that particular skill and perform it automatically without any mental or physical exertion. So, this was all about psychomotor domain. Like the other two domains of learning, Robert Mager has given action words or verbs for psychomotor domain as well, with the help of which teachers can set instructional objectives of the lesson which they are going to teach in the class. So let's have a look at it. For the imitation level, verbs such as copy, follow, replicate, repeat, mimic, trace and adhere can be used for setting the objectives. For manipulation, verbs such as recreate, act, build, perform, execute and implement can be used. For precision, verbs such as calibrate, demonstrate, master, perfectionism can be used to set the objectives. For articulation, verbs such as construct, solve, combine, coordinate, integrate, adapt, develop, formulate, modify, combine and master can be used. And for naturalization, which is the highest level in this domain, verbs such as create, design, develop, invent, manage and naturally can be used. So these were the domains of learning and their levels. Since we have completed Bloom's taxonomy now, I would like to ask you a few questions so that you can check your understanding. I won't be able to hear you, but you can assess yourself. So the first question is, the doing aspect of behavior falls in the A. Cognitive domain, B. Affective domain, C. Psychomotor domain and D. Spiritual domain. And the answer is C, that is psychomotor domain. Question number 2 is that specific objectives can be achieved by means of A. Content, B. Curriculum, C. Evaluation and D. Examination. And the answer is A, that is content. Teachers set specific objectives on the basis of the content they are going to teach in the class. So content is the right answer. Question number 3 is, which action word does not belong to psychomotor domain? A. Mimic, B. Perform, C. Trace and D. Define. And the answer is D, that is define. Define is a verb which is used while setting the objectives for cognitive domain and not for psychomotor domain. Question number 4 is, what is required first in teaching a chapter or a topic? A. Objectives, B. Introduction, C. Homework and D. Presentation. And the answer is A, that is objectives. Question number 5 is, out of the following, which is the correct order of the levels of psychomotor domain? A. Manipulation, imitation, articulation, precision and naturalization. B. Imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation and naturalization. C. Imitation, precision, articulation, manipulation and naturalization. And D. Imitation, precision, manipulation, articulation and naturalization. And the answer is B, that is imitation, manipulation, precision, articulation and naturalization. I hope you enjoyed the quiz session. If you want to see more questions related to psychomotor domain, then check out my bilingual video on the same topic. You will find different questions over there. Now we have discussed all the 3 domains of Bloom's taxonomy. So in the next video, I'll teach you how to write specific objectives. Don't miss it. And yes, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to it yet. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye and thanks for watching.